that when he was making the sauce in prison, I feel like he did use too many onions, but I think that the pork could probably go over the onions and make it not as onion filling as it was.
I don't know. I think in jail it's good to not be eating stuff that got boiled behind a radiator.
True.
So you accept it unless Paulie's going to also confirm that there's too many onions in the sauce, in which case there's too many onions in the sauce.
That's right.
Sounders and Thunders.
Sounders and Thunders.
All right. LAFC.
Rematch.
Very, very exciting. The second time in a week we have had to run into the people who are going to cause you a problem in this league.
Absolutely.
The weather is nice in Seattle.
It is very nice. It's
blue
sky and sunny and no rain in sight.
Upper 50s. It's time to fucking play. It's time to bring the pain. It is time to do what you were put on this earth to do, which was chase a ball around like a bunch of little children, but professionally.
It's time to learn from our mistakes from the last game and come back and come out ready to go.
Absolutely. So, can I do my nursery rhyme?
Go ahead, do your nursery rhyme.
As far as the injuries and absences go, no Rui and Rod, nor Nuhu and Sven, nor Bruin would play in the game once again. Like a fucking nursery rhyme.
It really is.
We are full of injuries, as we always are, no matter who is injured, no matter what the roster, the Sounders are filling up the injury list.
And I didn't realize that Marshall was also out.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not there.
Oh, I didn't even fit him into the rhyme scheme.
I don't think that he is.
Marshall, Harshal, Farshal, Farcical? I don't know.
No.
Something anyway. So that leaves us with a lineup. And that lineup is going to be a lot of fun because these gentlemen have been waiting to get out there and do their thing, and you might as well do it while Thor's hammer is on your chest.
Is this Bawana's second start of the season?
He started the other one, right?
Yeah, he started in the San Jose game on Wednesday. So I believe this is his second start of the season.
Good for him. He's from right down the street.
He is. He's a fighting beaver.
He went to high school or whatever the hell.
He's a fighting beaver.
I'm not Morris up top. Fine.
Now, do you think they do what they did last game where they have Ladera kind of move up front and McMorris kind of go to the side, which I think that worked out very well.
I would put Ladero wherever he doesn't have any responsibilities on defense.
Right.
That's what I always want that guy. I got plenty to say about that a little bit later, but Morris up there, I want Morris checking back. I want him going wherever he needs to go. I love Ladero running around like a crazy person.
Yep.
Because Ladero has also got Buona and Ship, who I am always interested, as you just heard, to have on the field.
I like how Buona is very eager to prove himself, and he will take the ball into the box any way he can. And he actually, I think, throws off the defenders because they're not expecting that from such a young player.
I think that he probably learned a handful of stuff in that last game.
Yeah.
Last two games. I bet he got some talking to from himself and coach and whatnot about just what decisions to make and when. Yep. And I bet you him being a studious young lad, he's taking them and he's using them, and he's gonna make some good decisions, I hope.
And Ship on the other side is Ship, man. You can't go wrong with Ship. That dude will make runs, run back post, front post, side post, top post, anything he can to get in there. And
he's getting fun numbers off of it now.
He really is.
That's what we all are going to put in the time capsule for posterity, is this sheet of ones and zeros and nines and whatevers.
Yeah.
So he's getting up on that board too, so it's good for him.
Yep.
We got we got DeLemon. Okay, so Roldan as usual.
Yeah.
But we also have DeLem, who's perfectly competent, and it's good that he gets some time on the field. He's not like a super flashy player, but
no, he's solid. I think
he's
solid. He has some screw-ups from time to time, but that's any player. Any player's going to have a few minutes slip-ups from time to time. It doesn't make him bad or anything like that. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be a little nervous at first probably, but he can get a little heated upfield too. I think he's got that short temper as well, like some of our other players do, but he'll be fine.
Wait, is that a dragon outside? Nope. So in the back line, Smith and Leardom on the outsides, as we've been coming accustomed to. And we got Kim, but with no Marshall, that leaves Torres, which leaves a giant terror on the field. And I want to see him up to the standards that he had always had before. He's still playing fine. Stabs, slides, decisions may not be great. But then again, if you got to sit there and watch games get played, which sucks about there being limited amount of people on the field and all that other crap. But he's in there now. He's going to make that time.
Yeah, I think he's probably eager to undo his last game that he played.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to...
This right here is actually a fantastic time, I think, for this lineup to happen, because if you're going to have to learn about yourself and your team and the man versus machine, which is what happens when you get a team that can do the same things over and over again, right after you just got done running all over a bunch of teams. Like, it's a great time for it to happen because it's early in the season, so it's not going to really affect the end as much as it would.
Could you use the term trial by fire?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I would. I love all sorts of Phoenix imagery, love all that crap.
Absolutely.
So we can do all that. Point is, best to do it now when you can recover from it. I know that right now everything is like every game is the most important thing in the world because of new structures to shit, but best to do it now. Best to do it
early in the season. Remember, it's not even the summer yet. We still have a long way to go before the playoffs even start. So it's okay for us to fumble and have hurt players now. I'd rather have this, like you just said, I'd rather have this be now than in August or October.
Because granted, we can pull it off at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I eat a lot of fatty foods. I eat things that are high in cholesterol. And my heart might not be able to take it. So if not for anything else, but for my sake.
Yes.
What else we got? Oh, we got them. We got these guys. We got fucking LAFC. This is the same as it was last time.
They got their one-trick pony. He's going to run.
Yeah. You have to make him beat us with his right foot. If you give him that curling-ass left-footed shot, he's going to put it outside of where Fry can reach it.
And they're going to do long balls to him so he can get behind our back line and try to get one-on-one with Fry. That's what they're going to do. We should know that by now. We have to push him and not give him the time to think about it. We have to be on his ass, like just right up on him.
He's a handsome man, so go ahead and watch his hips.
Yeah,
he ain't going nowhere without those hips. That's the one of the things you learn about defense early on at soccer camp is you watch their hips and you follow that. Because remember, from the playoffs last season, if you push him to that right foot and you frustrate him, he will become a choke monster. He will become the guy you don't want to give the ball to on the field, and that's the best thing for us. It absolutely is. So frustrate him and make him use his right foot, and he will become a non-issue.
Rossi's a problem too, though.
Yeah, you can't sleep on him.
No. He will get in there and go right to Mr. Pretty Pants and just make it a nightmare for our team, just like they did last Sunday. They made it a nightmare.
He's no Vela, but he's no slouch.
No, he's not.
He absolutely is not. And the rest of their team is competent.
Yep.
They will rise with the tide. They're a strong supporting cast.
They all did a good job last Sunday of just swarming our guys, staying on top of them, being on top of them, and not really giving them a chance to do anything besides like panic and kick the ball away.
I think the rest of their team wouldn't hold up as much without two of them. So if we can just shut down Scott Fargus and we can keep his toady from puffing up his chest, then we go and sizzler. Go and sizzler.
So in conclusion,
I want control of the midfield. I don't want openings left open by us pulling out of position.
Right.
I want because that is what Will Nye has eaten us in the past.
You know, bunch up in the 18 either.
No. No bunching up in either 18.
No.
In our 18, no open men. I would rather the defenders get caught with their heads turned than ball watching while people head the ball in back post or come in from nowhere and all that other crap.
And then when the break is on, you got to do what you got to do to cover lanes. If you want to take that professional foul in the middle, take that professional foul. Don't get a red card or anything, but just take that professional, like pull the shirt back. You know, do what you need to do to stop them from getting an advantage.
Yeah, and also, like, you know, cover his own style if you got to. Yep. But in that 18, when the play is stopped in our defensive third, you got to man up, or at least know where the guys are and know how to get to them quickly.
I would actually like to see a return to what we did Wednesday night, which was just we were everywhere. We had people that were supposed to be up front, were in back, and then back up front, and people from the sides coming around to the other side, and just everywhere. And you could tell the confusion that was causing the other team. They were like, "What the fuck is this?" Watch your mouth, Mark.
I'll do my best. I have a potty mouth. I have a sorrow love from head to toe.
I'd like to see that fluent like water technique where we are everywhere and they are trying to figure out what the hell we're doing, because it caused confusion for San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it can cause confusion for LA because they have watched our videos. They know what we're going to try to do. So we need to take advantage of that and surprise them with some type of strategy that they're not ready for.
I agree. I actually have a little ditty about that for the end of this little spiel. But I wanted to also talk about in their 18.
Yes.
So I want where you need to be when the ball is on the sides. You got your back and front doors for the garbage. You got your penalty spot for the pass. You got your early and late crashes for the cross. Just find one that isn't taken, and if the cross doesn't come, find something else to do. I really hate to see people struggle in that kind of on the line between the middle third and our offensive third.
Right.
And we're futzing around there while a bunch of dudes are standing on the 18 waiting for the cross. And I hate that. Like, you got to be in a position to make that run for the cross, and you don't really know when that cross is coming all the time. But at the same time, if y'all line up and it doesn't come, find something else to do. Even if you're just pretending for 3 steps and then running back again, that's good enough.
I don't want to see any standing around.
No standing around.
We got to stay moving the entire time.
Yeah. Once again, take all that energy that you got to dig deep for in the end of the game and just spread that shit out throughout the game, just doing what you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what is good. That's what is tasty.
I agree.
Because today, as far as I'm concerned, I think should be about discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I want the movement off the ball. I want moving in and out of space, like we said, moving, making runs, supporting the ball. I'll go out there on that field because we're in Seattle. I'll get 4 cones and run out on that field, and we can do some 3v1s until their moms come to pick them up from the game, if they have to, just to get them to support the ball and be on the outsides of the defender, so those passes can be made and confidently be made. What else was crazy stuff that I got?
I want to make us make LA outrun themselves.
Agreed.
I want LA Football Club to be tired by the 60th minute, and I want to see visibly like they're like losing gas from their tanks. I want us to just start running around them, no problem, and they're trying desperately to hold us at bay. That's what I want to see today.
I want to see us all working together.
That too.
And by that, I don't just mean in some like weird dumb sense that you could put at the end of a movie and then roll the credits. I mean like what we're talking about when we're talking about filling space, and we're talking about making runs off the ball, and we're talking about keeping your head up and paying attention to how the field is, all that crap. I want everyone to be doing that so that everyone can be confident that everyone's doing that, so we can then play to space. We can then, if you don't have enough time to really pick your head up, get a good look at the field while you have the ball, then you can do things like, okay, I can play to that space that's forward, and either someone's running there because that's the open space. It's clearly where someone should be running, or at least somebody is filling the back space or something else, so that if they get a hold of the ball from that, it's not the worst thing in the world. So I'm not saying you should plan everything you do by the worst case scenario, but it doesn't hurt if you have that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have some thoughts. There's dragons outside again. So either Wild Ladero is going to work, because this game especially, I think he in his head, and possibly people telling him or who the hell knows what, like he's going to have to cover. Like he's going to have to pull all the weight in this. Like he's going to have to bear the whole game on his shoulders, and that is not fucking true. Stop cursing.
Sorry.
If Wild Ladero doesn't work, then Wild Ladero needs to become a regular player on the field. Ladero, he is very capable of doing fantastic things, but he's no good to us tired. When he's not pushing his heel through with the ball, when he's running up to other players
that are our players
to get a pass from them from 2 feet away when they could have just turned and made the pass he was going to make anyway. Generally being in the same space as other players when he doesn't need to be.
Right.
I don't want that. I love that man Ladero, but let me get this whole note in that I wrote before. I love that man, but he needs to be the superhero who's already lost a planet or two and is less likely to do more harm than good. This is the kind of game where he may well feel like he has to carry things, but he really doesn't. He just has to make those lovely passes and be as much of a wooden shoe thrown into the gears as he can be.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's really good.
References
there. Well, it is almost time for the game. In fact, it's a minute before the game. So we'll be back after the game. Hopefully it's an exciting, fun-filled game. If you're at the game right now, enjoy the nice weather and the garlic fries.
Yeah. I hope you didn't have to take too much of a loan out on your house to buy the garlic. No, it's the beer that costs $28 for a cup.
You get the garlic fries and the Beecher's mac and cheese with the barbecue pork on top. That's really good.
Yeah, and you should be just sneaking liquor into that game anyway. So.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, I know that lady behind you yelling snuck a bunch of pills in there. And they're just about to kick in about 3/4 of the way. So you better hope it's a good game or that lady's going to be screaming.
Yes.
Woo! See you afterwards.
See ya.